must take place swiftly. We can't afford to make any mistakes. Argo, you cover the rear of the workshop. Rigna, Voldar, cover the front entrance. I'll direct Torg.
Voldar isn't here.
Rigna, go up and tell Voldar. Voldar, this is another one of your delaying tactics. You've been opposing me at every turn. Now I'm warning you, change your attitude.
You finished, Chief?
Yes, I am, and you will be too if you're not careful.
Oh, but I am careful, Chief. So careful that I looked in at the children before I left the ship.
You stay away from those children.
That'll be easy to do. They've escaped.
Voldar, if this is your idea of a joke...
Ask Drapo. They overheard our plans. At this very moment, they're on their way to Santa Claus to warn him.
It's true, Kima. They're footprints.
We must stop them. Those children mustn't reach Santa Claus. Follow them. I'll put Torg on the trail. Torg, come out of the spaceship. Torg, come out of the spaceship.
Billy, I can't run anymore. I'm cold, and I'm tired, and it's beginning to snow. Please, Betty, try. We've got to warn Santa. We can't stop now. They might catch us. Where is Santa? I don't know. His workshop must be somewhere around here. Betty, look! It's Voldar. He's the mean one. The one who doesn't like us. Come on. He ran away, but boy, that was a narrow escape. Why did he run away? I don't know. Uh-oh. Don't move, Betty. I'll go take a look. It's all right now, Betty. Come on. I'm cold. I wish it wouldn't snow. That's the best thing that could happen. It'll cover our tracks and be harder for the Martians to find us. And it'll be harder for us to find Santa's workshop. I'm scared. We'll find it. Which way is north? I see it, Santa's workshop. Where? Right there. See the lights? Where? The lights are moving. They're coming towards us. Betty, that's not Santa's house. What is it? I don't know.
Now destroy them. Crush them. Crush them, Tog. Do as I say.
Oldar, I knew you'd try something like this. I set Torg's control so he will obey only me. Release him, Torg. You were very lucky. Now don't try to escape again. You may not be so lucky next time. Hargo, take them back to the ship, lock them up, and rejoin us.
You won't get away with this, you Martians!
The danger grows with every minute. Let's get Santa Claus and blast off. We'll surround the workshop and send Torg in to get Santa. Nobody is to be harmed unless they get in our way.
Ah, no one is to be harmed. What has happened to the great warriors of our planet? Mars used to be the planet of war. Mark my words, Kima. Your softness will destroy us. Santa Claus, toys, games, laughing children.
Well, we shall see. But for now, to your posts. Torg, follow me.
Derek, look.
You drive away from me.
You can't cut live wires. Operator, this is an emergency. You must connect me with the city electrical generating plant. Hurry!
Generating plant.
Hello? Please listen to me. You must do as I say. The monster is coming towards the town. I'm at North Ridge Road. We have a weapon here that might be able to stop it if we can connect it to the power lines.
Who is this? I'll have to check with...
You have to believe me. There's no time to check with anybody.
Out there. That looks like him. Derek is climbing down a pole.
And look what's coming. We're not going to make it in time. Restored the power and it's ready.
Hello? Turn the power back on.
Okay. It is not enough. It is not enough power.
Can you boost the power any? Please, it's not enough.
I'll try to speed up the generators.
Derek seems to have some kind of weapon, but it's not doing anything.
If only there were more power, Betty.
Is there any way to generate more power? We've got to have more.
I could join in more circuits, but it may blow off the line.
Try anything. It's our only chance. You can turn the weapon over to the scientists now.
It is too late.
You mean they're coming? Already?
Your people are here for you. I must leave.
I'm going to take a look around. Keep on the rope. Don't get out of visual contact.
was a weird, desolate place, but it fascinated me. And I forgot all about Kearns and Sherman and what we were there for.
Received a message.
What did they say?
Marcia has radar movement.
Sherman?
She can't be sure, but it looks like two objects. One metallic and moving in the area we expected to search. Probably Kern and Sherman.
Come on, Andre.
You'll contact us.
Andre! Come on.
Count on. What is... Careful.
Get it off me!
Grab that tentacle there.
Legs.
Move. Quick. Try to devour it. He's got his legs different. Free his legs. Hurry. He's caught. Come on. Pull him out. Pull him free. Hurry.
Pull his legs back. Lean up against that. Hans, help us.
He likes you, water. Nothing's broken. Let me get a shot of that man even.
Careful, Andre. You want to fight that thing again.
Can you imagine that? He's bashful. Why don't we take one of those things home for the zoo?
You've got to be more careful, Andre. If we hadn't heard you call me.
I didn't call. You called out to us. We heard you. But I didn't call you.
It sounded like Lockhart. Let's be getting back.
All we knew was that Marcia at Earth Control had spotted what was probably Kearns and Sherman and approximately where they might be. So we started out in our space car, heading in that general direction, not stopping to investigate the many prehistoric sites we passed. But we were still unable, no matter how hard we tried, to make radio contact with Kearns or Sherman. So we had no way of knowing what they were going through on that distant part of the planet.
Let's rest. We've very little oxygen left us. Hope they're on the way. Looking for us. Through this heat. They may not be able to make it through to us. You better hope they'll get through it and spot us. I'm beginning to feel like my head's swimming. Of course. It's your torn suit. Infection is getting through. Maybe we ought to take some quinsulin. No. We'd have to rest after. Must keep moving.
Mechanism is in danger. Need protection.
All right, John. Find shelter.
stop.
Go on. We have to go on.
Come on up. That's it.
He can't stay here. We'll be washed away. John.
Bring him this way. There is no water.
Come on. Just a little bit further. There's a cave right over there. Come on. That's it. Just a few steps further. There. There. I don't think I can go in much further. John, stay with us. Make sure they find us. As you know, must continue to work the laws of mathematics. There's always a precise probability. Mathematics, my proof. Mathematics, my... Marcia. Here is Marcia. You must help us. It's closing in.
I await your order. I await your order.
Help them find us, John.
The shoreline's the best. If we do, my friend, we'll never make it to them. Fat chance there is of finding them. That voice again. Hold up.
Almost sounds like a girl.
A girl? Perhaps. Or a monster.
Our sisters are calling. Wake up, Nyla. Our sisters are awake. They're hungry. You have slept enough. It is time to go into the sea. Let us hunt well, little sisters.
It's a human. Well, there are sure no humans here. Well, we're humans. Well, no one else has made it. You better believe it. But it sounds so human. Subhuman, you mean, like that 40-armed plant that just grabbed you. I still say it's a girl. A girl. With blue scales.
Could be. He's onto something. It's possible that before us, other men got here. Especially in this age. You ought to know that, Hans. To a man of science, anything is possible until proven otherwise.
Well, I can't imagine any people in their right mind exploring planet Venus.
Come on, Hans. We're here, and we're in our right minds, aren't we?
Let's go.
We must leave this place. Come, follow me.
Lord save him.
What?
There's no response from Kern or Sherman.
Well, we should soon be there.
Keep trying. Maybe we can bring them in on the helmet mic. Kern has an auxiliary.
I am. I'm getting... A woman. Must be Martian. Static, really awful. Hear it?
Move it up. Point to point on the dial. We'll find it.
I'll try it. Hello. John, hello. John, listen. This is the command ship. Are you there? No response. Come in.
Up one more point.
Come in.
Better go to solar battery. Much bigger reading.
I'm on it now. Hello. 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 You must hear me, John. Please open your mic and answer me. You must obey me, John.
No response. Try another point.
1, 2, 5. You have to readjust your frequency for transmitting. If you hear me.
I hear you. I have adjusted.
Can you report your position and plot number? Over.
Square 40. In shelter.
Tell me what's outside.
Water, sun, above, falling on large rocks.
That's square 40.
Not far. Ask them about the men.
Hello. We would like to know about Kern and also about Sherman.
They do not speak. They do not move.
How much time before we get there?
Who knows?
Commander, maybe the robot can help.
Try. Keep an eye on the compass. Grab onto them. Hello. You will listen, John. First, you will obey me and do precisely what I say. You will listen. Listen, John. Obey my every command. Remove container 2 from Kern's first aid kit. Repeat. Container 2. Remove one tablet. One tablet. Then open his helmet. I have one tablet. Place the tablet in his mouth. You must do this quickly. Revive him with water. Pour it over his face. Quickly. Then close his helmet.
At least we know they're alive.
Let's hope they stay that way.
Commander, look there.
I'm ready with the astrogun.
Some kind of flying reptile. He may not see us.
He hit us. He's turning around.
Maybe not.
We're in for it now. He knows we're here.
Look, take it now.
Here he comes.
Don't miss him.
Here he comes again.
Open hull. We'll submerge.
We were forced to submerge, even though we had killed the flying reptile, because of the damage the creature had caused when it hit us.
I went outside, without permission, to observe and photograph it. This special detail was a refueling operation, one of the most dangerous and delicate operations in spaceflight. The engineers carried an enormous tube from the space station and carefully attached it to a rear valve on our ship. Thousands of gallons of precious neohydrazine were being pumped into our fuel tanks in order for us to go on to Mars.
Look out! The meteorite!
Suddenly, I saw a fiery ball racing toward the cosmonaut next to me. Instinctively, I pushed him out of the way. But the subsequent reaction caused me to bounce against the connection of the fuel valve, disconnecting it and letting the irreplaceable neohydrazine escape.
Close the fuel valves! Lost. 500 gallons of hydrazine.
The ship will cross the fiery Death Star very soon now. Start adjusting the cooling system.
Yes, sir. Turning cooling system up. Starman sees the ship and calculates that it is nearing the Death Star.
Exterior heat rising. Continue. Yamanaka, make that heat drop. Go on.
Starman doubts that his steel body can withstand the terrible radioactive flames.
but he knows that he must try to stop the ship from keeping its rendezvous with the Severian Supreme Headquarters. If he fails, Earth will be destroyed. He has no choice but to risk the flames of the Death Star.
Now we have passed beyond the Death Star. Yamanaka, this ship is invincible. It cannot be destroyed. There's no force in the universe that could defeat it now that it's been armed.
I will never help you in using this as a weapon.
Doctor, you must be obedient. Since our brain treatment was given to you, you are a robot. That's all you are. You and the others have no choice but to submit to my orders. Without you and your vast knowledge, we could not fly this ship or use it against your planet. But now there's no problem. You are completely under our power.
Meteorite coming into the fourth quadrant.
You're incorrect. Meteorites are not in this area. Check your screen.
Yes, sir.
Starman is there. Starman. It's a mistake thinking he couldn't withstand that tremendous heat. Now we must outdistance him. Curse him. Increase our speed.
Our speed is at the limit, and Starman is gaining.
I know. Now we'll kill him. Yamanaka, you will start firing the rockets. Hurry, Doctor. Starman is an obstacle that must be destroyed. You must not hesitate to eliminate him. These weapons can do it. You must try to make every one of them strike him. Now, go ahead and shoot him. Shoot!
judgment on you. Do you know anything about this?
I knew he was working on something, but he wouldn't say what it was.
Now keep an eye on that ship. I don't see anything strange about it.
What's it supposed to do, Doctor? Blow up or something?
Why, it's disappearing in the thin air.
Oh, don't get in the ray. Might do the same thing to you. Wouldn't harm you very much, but it may take some time to bring you back to visibility.
But I don't see how that'll help, sir. If you've destroyed the ship...
Oh, but I haven't. The ship is still there, but you can't see it. I have discovered a ray which reduces all opaque matter to transparency, perfect as the ether itself. Unfortunately, I can hold it only for a matter of a few minutes. 10 at most.
And the ray won't harm anybody inside the ship?
Not at all.
Well, then the problem's solved.
And the sooner we start, the better.
Yes.
They'll need a navigator set.
Oh, yes, so they will. You will report to the air control room and make ready for immediate flight.
Yes, sir.
Well, if I have to take you with me, we better get to the control room. Doctor?
Have the rockets loaded into a spaceship for immediate takeoff.
Yes, sir. Rocket laboratory. This is the air control office. Have spaceship LZ9 loaded immediately for takeoff. These are retarding rockets. Make sure you put them in the lower racks with the firing end forward.
You'll be pretty much on your own when you reach Saturn.
Better fire another rocket, woman.
I hope we get through Kane's blockade.
All depends on Dr. Hewitt, Helen. I'll radio him as soon as we spot any of the Kane ships.
Buck, there they are, right above us.
Dr. Ure. Dr. Ure. Buck Rogers calling.
This is Dr. Ure.
Go ahead, Buck. We spotted the Kane ships, sir. They're directly above us. Better start your dissolvo ray.
I'll turn it on immediately, Buck.
A hidden city ship rising, sir. Trying to run our blockade.
Head straight for it. Man the ray guns. Hold your fire till I give the order.
It's working perfectly, Doctor.
Look. It's disappearing into thin air. It's vanished. Attention all patrol ships. The hidden city spaceship has just run our blockade. Spread out. Circle and try to locate it.
All right, Helen?
Yes.
You, Wilma?
Fine, Buck.
Stand by your rocket controls. Here we are back to normal again. Was that a relief?
It's a strange sensation being up here in a ship we couldn't see.
The main thing is we got through Killer Kane's blockade. Now the only thing left between us and Saturn is space. Well, we made it. We're over Saturn again. Looks like the trouble is over. And now, sir, Lieutenant Deering and I must return to the Earth immediately.
So I realize the need for your haste. I will see you to your spaceship.
Thank you, Teller. Goodbye, sir.
Wilma, check the starting rockets. Colonel Rogers on Saturn, calling a scientist general on Earth.
Air Control Room calling the Scientist General. Air Control Room calling the Scientist General. Dr. Ewer, it's Buck Rogers.
Yes, Buck? Is everything all right? Yes, sir. Wilma and I are taking off immediately, sir, but before we do, we wanted to check with you about the dissolvo ray.
It's still imperfect, but we can count on it to make you invisible long enough to slip through Kay's air blockade.
That's fine, Doctor. Then as soon as we near the Earth, we'll advise you.
As long as Dr. here is ready for you, there is nothing to keep you here any longer.
No, Talon. We'll get in touch with you on the space radio as soon as we decide the best way to rid the Earth of Killer Kane and his outlaw army.
The best of luck to you.
Thank you, Talon.
Try the starting rockets, Wilma.
Assigned to check over the dissolver ray apparatus at once and bring it here. Colonel Rogers is on his way back from Saturn, and we'll need to bring him through the blockade.
Yes, sir. I have heard no further reports from Captain Lasker. His mission to Saturn must have failed.
I am preparing another expedition to force the Saturnians to sign a treaty with us. This time I shall... This is the leader.
Sir, an unidentified spaceship has been reported returning from Saturn.
Notify the commander of the Outer Atmosphere Patrol and keep me closely informed. Observers report an unidentified spaceship returning from Saturn. Perhaps Lasker has been successful after all. We'll make no move until we learn more. Adjourn.
Patrol 62. Calling Patrol 62. Patrol 62. Calling Patrol 62. This is Patrol 62. This is Commander White. Take your patrol to the 120,000-foot level. Watch for a spaceship returning from Saturn.
If it is an enemy craft, bring it down.
Yes, sir.
120,000-foot level.
Yes, sir.
Wilma, better give me a few retarding rockets. We'll soon be in the outer atmosphere.
All right.
Dr. Ewer. Dr. Ewer.
We're approaching the 160,000-foot level, sir. Stand by with your dissolvo ray.
We're all set, Buck. Just give the word.
Buck, there's a Kane patrol squadron coming up fast beneath us.
Dr. Ewer, give us the ray now, sir.
One of Kane's patrol squadrons has spotted us.
There she is. Squadron 62. Spaceship sighted. Fly above it and use attack formation 9. Can't be fog at this level. That ship seems to be disappearing. Subtly, Crag, subtly.
Sure did, Jimmy Rankin. Oh, Lacey, check the machinery on this ship. The Air Marshal will want all the information he can get on it.
Yes, sir.
Marshal Gregg.
Colonel Rogers, Lieutenant Deering, buddy, why we've given you up for dead. We must see Dr. Ure at once. Come.
Now, sir, I suppose you're anxious to hear about the Saturnian Treaty?
By all means, Colonel.
The rulers of the planet Saturn are with us in our fight against Killer Kane, sir. They're going to send spaceships as soon as we're ready to attack.
With this support, we cannot lose. We must call a meeting of the War Council at once.
Good.
I'll take over now.
Oh, you're early.
A little. I was anxious to find out what's been happening.
Well, the War Minister's been in there with Craig since 9 o'clock. Something's up.
Yeah.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
Out of sound. Get in that room.
Calling the leader, King. Calling the leader. Calling the leader, King. Calling the leader. Calling the leader, King. Calling the leader.
This is the leader, Kane.
Sir, this is Carson of your private patrol ship.
I'm on the Hidden City Air Control Room.
Hidden City. Do you know where the secret entrance is?
Yes, sir. It's in the Valley 100 on our maps. The gates are open now.
I'll notify the Outer Atmosphere Patrol at once. The leader, calling Commander White.
This is Commander White, sir.
The secret entrance to the Hidden City is in Valley 100. The gates are open. Proceed there with your squadron and destroy the city.
It shall be done, sir. Contact. All ships. Attention, all ships. Objective Valley 100 at full throttle. Well, gentlemen, we'll see you in the morning. Good night, Marshal. Good night, Colonel.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
You know, Marshal Craig, I still believe that every day we delay our attack on Killer Kane is a day lost.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Colonel. We'll discuss it again at the War Council tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me a moment. Any messages for me?
No, sir.
Where's the other operator?
I don't know, sir. He left a few minutes ago.
Well, he'll go back to straight duty for this. The fools left the gates open.
Don't touch that switch.
Kane's spy.
That's right. Brought here by Colonel Rogers himself.
Oh, so you stowed away in that patrol ship, did you? I should have had sense enough to search it.
You won't have to worry long about that, Colonel. There's a full squadron of the leader's planes on the way here now. That squadron will be here any minute now.
The airport guards will blast them to pieces before they land.
I think you're mistaken.
In the fear-ridden years following the Great Atomic War, the Earth and its people had been reduced to a state of death and destruction. Those who had survived the tragedy began building anew with a hope for the future. But still the world remained divided. This time, man-made boundaries stretched beyond mere countries, forcing the isolated separation of one vast hemisphere from another. These two conflicting powers became known as the North Hemis and the South Hemis. Heading South Hemis's top security project, Red Planet, was Dr. Albert Gordon. Working with him was his wife, Dr. Ruth Gordon. They and a carefully selected team of scientists had labored in secret for 5 years on the project which hoped to put the first man on the planet Mars. Now, just days before the launching, the first public information releases were being given to certain journalists who would spread the story to the world if the project were a success. If it met with failure, neither the citizens of South Hemis nor their rivals in the Northern Hemisphere would know that it had even been tried. Astronaut Craig Matthews was in charge of briefing a government journalist on the details. Information had been leaked from North Hemis that their scientists were also trying to reach Mars, and the pressures were building in both governments to make sure that their men landed on the planet first. Man-carrying space stations had been circling the Earth for several years, and trips to and from the stations were not unusual. The first step in Project Red Planet was to transport the personnel in a normal manner to a specially equipped station. The second phase would be the actual launching from this artificial planet, where the spacecraft would no longer be subjected to the Earth's gravitational pull.
Ground control will now take command for launching. Blast off is set for 02100. All personnel must be at their stations.
You've worked so hard. We've come so far.
Just keep the faith and courage you've always shown.
Dr. Gordon, forgive the intrusion. As personal representative of the President, I want to extend best wishes for the success of Project Red Planet from all the people of South Hemis.
Thank you.
We're approaching second unit countdown.
Our hopes for the future go with you.
All visitors must leave the launching area. Passengers will board immediately.
Take good care of her, Craig. Now, you see that he does.
Well, I promise not to let her out of my atmosphere.
Ah, he's always joking.
You know, this flight to the space station could become just a routine stopover.
An interplanet bus stop.
I hope your mother approves of me. Do you? Think she does?
Of course.
Nancy, have you lost your confidence?
Don't be silly.
Countdown entering stage red. All personnel stand ready. Synchronized units now being switched over to master control.
This is control. Attention personnel. Project Red Planet, prepare for flight countdown. Begin your lane reports.
First stage rockets ready. Main rocket stage ready. Fuel ready. Stabilization center ready. Power ready.
Air conditioning ready.
Radar ready. Guidance ready.
Air lanes ready for takeoff.
Countdown red. Continue at 34. Attention flight personnel. Loading elevators are now being withdrawn. Countdown continues at 20. All stations prepare for 0 red. Countdown continues at 10. Zero red, -5.
Project Red Planet. All units clear. Switch over to standby.
Attention. All landing personnel, report on flight deck. Stand by to receive flight number 87 from Earth.
Have all preparation been completed?
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Dr. Gordon.
It's good to see you, Commander.
Hello, Paul.
Commander Daniels?
Right this way, gentlemen. My men will take care of your crew.
Oh! Hey! Astronaut Johnson just blasted off from Mars. Tell us when you get there. I will if I can find a telephone. Don't reverse the charges.
Said this flight wasn't going to be a spaceman's home. So just consider yourself as being lucky. I hope you're right. I think it really means you're more important here. Any changes? Not so fast.
Here are the micronic charts. The solar reports continue to verify our last calculations. Couldn't ask for better conditions.
How long will it last?
An estimated 5 or 6 weeks.
Beyond that, we'd be taking a chance.
If all continues as planned, we shouldn't have any problems.
None whatsoever.
Commander, we are receiving an encoded television wave.
You can screen it for us here.
Yes, sir.
It couldn't be coming from one of our ships. All flights have been diverted, with the project in effect.
We'll find out soon enough.
We request your aid.
Identify yourself and state the nature of your request.
This is Captain Torrance and Dr. Martin aboard the ship Typhoon from North Hemis. We request permission to land for emergency repairs. I've informed our base.
You have permission. We'll prepare for your ship to land.
Thank you. We'll trouble you as little as possible.
I'll switch you to control.
Attention, landing personnel on flight deck. Attention, stand by to receive unassisted landing. Repeat, stand by to receive unassisted landing.
It's a North Hemis ship.
Of course, you realize we must make our own repairs.
Not come any closer. I'll fly on in and get the gun. I'll manage to lug it back this far myself. With the whole town chasing you, I don't think they can get around outside very well. But we'll find out.
Something's wrong with the ventilating system. Get the oxygen. The Earthman has escaped with a ray gun. Send a car out to search for him.
Sure is heavy. Is anybody after you? Not yet. Give me a hand with this. We've got to move fast.
He must have come this way. He couldn't have got by the guards at the Canyon Bridge.
No, and he won't move very fast carrying that gun.
Give them a blast.
What do we do now? Let's try to keep going. Maybe we can dodge around those rocks and lose them. Let's go. That looks like a cave. Let's get in there.
Follow them in there. Set the ray gun at constant heat. We'll melt the cliff and bury them alive.
Right.
report preliminary findings.
Thor reporting. 42 saturation degrees and 96 volumes. Intermediate fluctuation in Marfan content.
Derek reporting. Tridex mixer components ratio exceeding 7 to 1.4.
Morrow reporting. Diagonal adjustment reading resisting structural forms by 2.8.0 vernums.
Saul reporting. Uneven cartoid levels intersect planes below 0.03.
Surface readings register above minimum requirements. Morrow, go below and bring up the young Gargan specimen. Now the decision depends on its reactions.
Wait, Captain. I have found evidence of intelligent beings on this planet.
Of what concern are foreign beings?
Of none to you, Thor. Just as you were so unconcerned when you destroyed the small creature. So bravely.
It was no more than an insect.
But it had life. And that life you had to take to satisfy your endless hunger for killing.
Silence, both of you! Proceed, bring the Gargan.
That will not be necessary, Captain. Conditions here will be reported as unsatisfactory, as they were on the other planets we have charted.
By what authority?
You will prepare for takeoff. The ship will leave this planet immediately.
According to our code of operations...
You may forget the code of operations, Captain. Only civilized beings could have made the inscription on this metal piece. We shall not have the thousands of Gargans brought here to destroy them.
You have concern for foreign beings over our mission to locate grazing land for our Gargan herds? Recall, it is necessary as a reserve food supply for our people.
Our people? We live like parts of a machine. We don't know our fathers or mothers were raised in cubicles. The sick and the old are put to death.
It is the one and only way to maintain the supreme race. Have you forgotten?
Our people have forgotten. They have been made to forget for centuries. But I have learned how it once was. Families, brothers and sisters. There was happiness. There was love.
Of what do you speak? From where have you learned such things?
I have read. I have read from this book. I discovered it and kept it hidden. Somehow it survived the flames of the Annihilators when our people were turned into mechanized slaves centuries ago.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture and death for this treason.
The High Court may judge me after we have accomplished our mission. We will find an uninhabited planet to which the herds of Gargans may be shipped, without endangering civilized beings.
Let me see that book. I am interested to see what sways your mind so heavily.
You may have it.
Bring up the Gargan. You were a fool, Derek. This book has poisoned your mind, and you shall suffer for it.
Captain, if the Gargans are shipped here, the inhabitants may destroy them. That possibility alone makes it worthwhile to locate an uninhabited planet.
That book has indeed made you forget many things. We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons. Keep him under guard, Thor. I will study the reactions of the young Gargan.
Before the High Court has you executed, you should be made to watch what happens when we return here with the Gargans. By the elements alone, they will grow to millions of times their original size in less time than it takes for the sun to rise and fall.
It thrives, Captain. Already I can feel it has grown heavier.
We shall return to our base and lead the transport ships here. Soon this planet will be covered with full-grown Gargans. A safe distance from our planet, yet their meat will be available to us for the harvesting. Repack the instruments. I shall radio back the news of our success.
Captain! Captain, something has gone wrong. Look here.
What? What has happened?
I do not know. It suddenly fell limp, and now does not move.
Assemble the TRSs, hook in the gas grading instruments. Be quick! The atmosphere here tested above minimum, but the Gargan species cannot live due to excessive nitrogenic gas compounds emitted in our preliminary diagnosis.
Then this planet will be reported as unsuitable?
Repack the instruments and prepare for takeoff. We will continue our search in another solar system. And when we return to our home base, you will be presented to the High Court with the evidence against you. Thor, Saul, find the prisoner and prepare him for the isolation chamber. I will make contact with base. Expedition Z06 to base. Expedition Z06 to base.
Guard him. I will get the straps.
Lie down. Put your hands behind you.
Are complete.
He is escaping!
Go, Thor! How did he get free?
He escaped from Saul. I could have stopped him.
Derek is to be brought back alive. He is the son of our leader.
Derek?
I reported his actions and was connected with the leader himself. He told me this. He said Derek does not know.
As the son of our leader, the High Court will pardon him.
He will be pardoned. When the sky is light, we will begin to search for him.
Captain, look at this. The Gargan, it is not dead.
It has revived.
It flourishes. The excessive nitrogenic gas compound shocked its system. Now it thrives on the very same compounds.
Then this planet is suitable.
Completely. I must resume radio vision contact. Morrow, Saul, secure the Gargan by expandable leg bands. Out of sight in that cave. The size it attains by the time we return will give us an exact growth rate to expect of the herds.
At the rate the Gargan is expected to grow, what will prevent it from tearing loose the leg bands and escaping from the cave?
We shall be back before that happens, unless it should receive food in excess of the atmospheric elements. We will leave nothing else for it to consume.
Imagine thousands of beasts like that, millions of times enlarged, roaming over this planet.
They will be harvested from the air, so there will be no danger to us.
Let us be quick. I do not like to look upon it.
Now that you report the planet is suitable for our purposes, you are to return here immediately and prepare to lead the transport ships there. Derek's escape could now mean difficulty in our operation should he communicate in any way with the inhabitants, inferior though they may be.
If we are to return now, how can he be stopped?
Leave your best man to find Derek and inform him he is my son. I will join you on the return trip to meet him there.
He may be stubborn. He has already threatened our lives.
If that becomes the case, he must be destroyed. And any beings with whom he might communicate, they must be destroyed. Your orders are complete.
I shall send my best man.
I heard the orders, Captain. Let me find Derek.